Hello students, Felicia Wedemier here, SS1000 Student Success Instructor here at UMA. The concept that we're going to be reviewing today is how we can increase our self-management, which plays an important role in emotional intelligence. Albert Einstein once said the only reason for time is so everything doesn't happen all at once. Let's dive into how increasing our self-management can support us in our daily lives and our future careers. When we're discussing increasing our self-management, that plays an important role in emotional intelligence, which is a form of social intelligence that involves the ability to monitor our own feelings and emotions as well as others. As a review, the four components of emotional intelligence are emotional self-awareness, which are knowing your feelings in the moment, and then today what we're discussing, the emotional self-management, which is managing strong feelings. Both self-awareness and self-management are personal competencies that have a lot to do with our own personal feelings and managing those. Then when we're talking about social awareness, that's empathizing accurately with other people's emotions. And relationship management is handling emotions in relations with skill and harmony. So again, social awareness and relationship management are social competencies, and that has a lot to do with being aware of the feelings of others. When we're discussing increasing self-management, that refers to our ability to manage our emotions, and it is dependent on our own self-awareness ability. Self-management is also the ability to follow through with commitments and take initiative at work. Someone who lacks self-awareness may project stress on others. Why is self-management important? It helps us communicate effectively with others, both verbally and in writing. So, again, in person, we have better communication skills and also drafting that professional email while we're at work. We are able to read body language and nonverbal cues. So maybe you're discussing a conversation with somebody in person. You should be able to read their body language and know if they're uncomfortable with something. Self-management will give us the ability to change, and change helps us grow. And self-management also motivates us, so it's important that we're practicing self-motivation. Self-management supports us in becoming an effective leader, so this is great for your future careers. And we're also able to make good ethical choices because of self-management. Here are some examples of self-management. It's important when we're discussing self-management skills that we focus on the positive instead of the negative. For example, I made a mistake instead of saying I'm dumb, or I need some work on my time management skills. Let's not think I can't do this. It may take a bit more effort to show what I have to offer. Never think they will never accept me. I need to reprioritize my to-do list. I'll never be able to get all this done. Again, we want to think in that positive mindset. Let me see what seminars or trainings are available. I'm not smart enough to do this job. Self-talk refers to thoughts we have about ourselves and situations throughout the day. Being proactive and maintaining a positive mindset can help you overcome moments where you feel defeated and help you accomplish your goals. By recognizing the negative thoughts, we can change them for the positive. Here are some benefits of self-management. We're able to build interpersonal skills. We can speed up our productivity. We take initiative so we have that drive to get things done. We're practicing integrity. We're able to build our confidence and our analytical skills. And self-management is a lifelong learning concept. So we're able to continue to learn and build our self-management and emotional intelligence. We become better communicators. We build resilience, and we're honest. And we increase our flexibility and our problem-solving skills, where all these things are excellent for our day-to-day lives and our future careers. Acting on purpose. So have you ever noticed how much highly successful people accomplish? How do they make such effective use of their time? Well, Here is an example of a quadrant time management system that we can use, and this is how we can break down things in the form of urgency. So there's quadrant 1, which is urgent and it's important. It must be done now to avoid negative consequences. So that's like hard deadlines, things that have to get done now. And then there's quadrant 2, just done without the pressure of deadlines. You move closer to a valuable outcome. So they're not so urgent, but they're still important, maybe reaching those goals, but there's not like a super hard deadline on those. And then there's quadrant 3 that is done according to the other's urgency. So maybe things that you're waiting for somebody else to get done. They're urgent yet not too important. And then there's quadrant 4, which is time wasting, which is not important and it's not urgent. So you want to ensure that maybe time wasting, if we can cross the things that are wasting our time out of our daily schedule, so that will help eliminate some stress. Harnessing the power of quadrant 2. So we want to really look at quadrant 2 and use that to create planners, set reminders in our phone. Have a hard calendar or a planner where you write things down. And as a reminder, quadrant 1 is creators, and this is where the procrastination may happen because those are hard deadlines. So we want to do those items first. And then we have quadrant 3 that is victims, others, urgency. So things that you're waiting again for other people to do. And then quadrant 4, which wastes our time. So again, we want to eliminate those things from our daily schedules. The reward of effective self-management is the completion of tasks in self-1. So if we're able to do everything in quadrant 1, then we must get everything done now so we don't have those negative consequences, because that will stress us out. And then quadrant 2, it's done without the pressure deadlines, but again, you must move closer to the valuable outcome. So getting closer to accomplishing small things towards our goals. Time to focus on the quadrant 2 tasks. So once we get those 1 tasks done, we can move to the quadrant 2 task, which is great. We can gain the trust of people with whom we interact. So those people that you're depending on to get things done for you. Maybe you have somebody to schedule to watch your child, your babysitter, or to support you while you study, so you're depending on those people. So we have to be able to gain trust of the people with whom you interact. And again, we want to try to eliminate those time-wasting activities. Gaining a leak-proof self-management system. How can you devote more time to creating outcomes and experience that matter most to you? So within time and culture, higher education views time as money. It can be saved, budgeted, invested, and spent and wasted. So it's quite valuable. Time is considered a valuable resource, right? How you use it shapes not only your outcomes, but your reputation as well. Okay, because we want to build good reputations with building great habits such as time management. The secret of effective self-management is making choices that maximize the time you spend in quadrant 1 and 2. So again, quadrant 1 are those things that you need to get done right now. They're urgent and they have hard deadlines, and quadrant 2 are things that need to get done, and they don't quite have a hard deadline, but they still are things that are quite important. Here's a self-management tool that we can use as a weekly calendar. So this is a weekly calendar that we can keep or print or use. Just kind of gives us everything for throughout the week and all the times. And we can track reoccurring scheduled events. Again, you can do this on your calendar within your emails. You can record commitments that happen regularly, such as your classes or your scheduled study time. You can also set reoccurring reminders on your phone. 3 hours of study time for class, every 1 hour of class time. So 3 credit hours, 9 hours of time weekly, whatever works for you, and that can also support your work-life balance. So here's an example of a monthly calendar. I'm sure most of you have seen this. I definitely keep one at my desk and I look at it every morning so I kind of know what is expected of me throughout the week. So I don't have any surprises, hopefully, and that kind of helps eliminate some stress. You can track one-time scheduled items here. You can record commitments that happen just once. You can record your assignments that are due, your discussions that are due. You can use your course calendar and your syllabus to transfer due dates to your monthly calendar. So again, these are things that you can have on right in front of you in a hard calendar, and you can also use this on your phone or your email calendar. Employing a 32-day commitment. So the benefits of that, it guarantees that you spend significant time at the task, which is essential to success. When you do this, if you do a 32-day commitment, it's great because you're able to build great habits. That's going to help you stay committed to your goals. It helps you to make visible progress towards your goal, thus raising your expectations of success and your motivation to persist. So every day you can list what you accomplish, whether it's getting your assignments done or if you have health or weight loss goals or nutritional goals. This is a great way to document that, and it also helps you build grit. So here are some more self-management tools, and discussing that further, we can use the next actions list. So you can track all unscheduled events and record everything you need to do next. So just again, maybe keeping a to-do list, and then we have a tracking form. It tracks actions that need to be repeated. Again, those recurring things, you can set them as reminders in your phones or your email calendar. And then you have coordinates that may repeat actions that are all directed at the common goal. So these things will definitely help us stay on track. Okay, so another self-management tool is waiting for a list. So that means track commitments others have made for us. So that could be supporting us with either childcare or things that others have to do for us. So then there's also the project folder where we can track and manage our progress towards our goals. And for each multi-step project, you can create a separate physical or online project folder. In my personal experience, I like to have both, whatever works for you. Mastering self-management. So successful students act on purpose. They employ self-management tools such as we're discussing here, time management or practicing that self-motivation. They also show grit. Grit's ability to persevere towards long-term goals despite the obstacles. So no matter what comes our way, obstacles will happen. We're able to still move forward and reach those goals. We might have to take some time to reflect and realign our timeline to achieve those goals. And then we have struggling students who wait passively for something to happen to them or jump from one unpurposely activity to another. So they start a goal, they go to a next one, but they don't necessarily finish their goals. And then they live in a disorganized, unplanned lives, often engaging in urgent and unimportant actions. So things that are wasting their time, stressing them out, and they're not able again to achieve those goals. They change goals or quit when their actions don't lead to immediate success. So if those struggling students are not getting immediate success, they're ready to give up. So this is where the importance of grit comes in. Do you find yourself procrastinating, slacking off, or even quitting on goals that are important to you? How can you keep taking personal actions even when you don't feel like it? So how can we keep going? Because there are days we're not going to feel like it. Grit is a combination of two powerful inner qualities. It's a passion for achieving a specific long-term goal. So we have to think about our passion and why we are doing what we're doing. And then we want to have perseverance to keep going, even in the focus of we have obstacles or disappointments. So things are going to happen, but we want to, again, keep that goal on track. We might have to take some time to realign the timeline, but that's okay because you're still going to be able to reach your goal. When we develop grit, we need to focus on passion, which is follow your interests. We want to stay focus. We want to contribute the time to our goal. We also want to have perseverance, willingness to keep doing whatever has to be done to reach your goals and dreams. We wanting versus doing. Don't keep doing what isn't working for you. So if you know that weeks are going by or a week's going by, this is not working for you, you need to take some time to reflect and look at what you can do differently. When we're using self-management at work, there are some great benefits. You can improve your productivity so that you accomplish more. You're able to increase your accuracy on detailed tasks, and you reduce your negative experience like feeling overwhelmed or stressed. So that's an awesome benefit. And you're able to ensure that you reach important deadlines and critical projects. Again, you can use that quadrant time management system that we talked about earlier. And then there's work school life balance. We have to accept that things will never all be done because things are due at different times. So life continues, it goes on, and we're going to have due dates. Don't let home life leak into your workplace or college life. We have to try our best to keep those things separate. I know at times it's difficult. We have to set healthy boundaries for emails. So what that means is when we set those emails or we check those emails, when we're going to be able to check them, maybe in the morning or at midday and right before you sign off of work. We want to keep that healthy work-life balance. Be done with work when you're finished for the day. Just if you're done at 5, try to stop at 5, come home, attend to your children or your family and friends, and do those things and do things for you that keep you motivated. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your work life. So again, building that emotional intelligence, increasing your self-management and self-motivation. So how can we apply self-management at work? Well, there's multitasking and technology. So avoiding these distractions and staying focused. So we want to stay focused because we might be working, we might tend to want to pick up our phone to do other things, but we need to increase our efficiency, and that will help decrease stress and increases creativity. And we want to stay focused. There are 3 types of focus. There's inner focus, which is practicing paying full attention. Okay, so that comes from the inside. And then there's outer. You get expert feedback from others. It can be from your manager or your colleagues or even your instructor. And then there is other, which is though you put in the time needed. You stay focused and it takes time to achieve our goals. So then there's better habits. There are 3 parts of a habit. There's the cue, and then the routine and the reward. To change a habit, you have to observe the cue. Then find a new routine that allows you to experience a reward. So all these 3 concepts will help you while you're in your future careers. Develop self-confidence. In which life roles do you feel most confident? In which do you experience self-doubt? What can you do to increase your overall self-confidence? So we also discussed before having positive self-talk. We can develop improved self-confidence by creating success identity. We can celebrate your successes and talents. So that's okay. You can reward yourself, small rewards. Visualizing purposeful actions. So you want to visualize yourself achieving those goals and doing positive things. Here are some tech tips that you can use for self-management that you can download some applications. There's joelgoals.com. You can use your Google Calendar. Evernote, Anydo, Workflow, and to-do list. My Homework app to support you in your education. And your Focus Booster app. You can use a rescue time, Don't Break the Chain, and the iStudies and My Study Life. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up with the key points of self-management. Again, that refers to our ability to manage our own emotions, and it depends on our self-awareness ability. And again, those key points of self-management are communicating effectively with others, both verbally and in writing. So again, that goes over drafting that professional email or talking to someone in person. Being able to acknowledge someone's body language. And the ability to change. So we want to be able to change, so that helps us grow. And we want to practice self-motivation, along with becoming an effective leader. And then we have to be able to make ethical choices. Thank you, students, for taking the time to review the topic on increasing your self-management. I hope that you can find it beneficial in supporting your personal lives and your educational experience along with your future careers. As always, don't hesitate to reach out to your instructors for additional support.